Mainstream media, indoctrination. It is really a wonderful, amazing time to be alive on planet Earth in this mid-February of 2021. We Lightworkers, starseeds, are waiting with bated breath for the mainstream media's infamy, their false information, their outright lies to be revealed. The world is so ready for revelation. Planet Earth and its inhabitants have for eons been the slaves of a shadow government that has ruled from behind the scenes. It has not been the kings, the queens, the elected politicians that have ruled. It is those that have cajoled, bribed, blackmailed, threatened and punished these visible governments to carry out their agenda and give their message to the populace that have truly been in control. It has been said that money is the root of all evil. Actually, it is the love, the worship of money that is the evil. The money itself, which denotes abundance, is there to be enjoyed in right-mindedness and generosity. The shadow government, the government behind the government, invented money to control mankind. Clever indeed, and hitherto in this earthly realm, money has served their purposes well. The dark forces have been diabolically clever and devious. The majority of humanity does not even know of their existence. Mankind is so apt to believe that what he is told is true. For great and wonderful souls to forget their heavenly reality and be contained in human body temples is a great challenge indeed. For we humans are born as vulnerable babies, with an open, empty mind, ready to be taught how to live in the new earthly environment. We are taught cultural morality by the society we are born into. We are told how to behave, what is right, what is wrong, who is good, who is bad, who to respect, who to denigrate. We are, in our baby stage and childhood, totally in the charge of and at the mercy of those whose job it is to take care of us. And they can only teach us what they perceive to be true. And they have been taught by their parents and forebears. And so the lies, the untruths, the false perceptions are passed down from generation to generation, and mankind continues to live in the delusion, the illusion of untruthful teachings. Perception is all we have. We perceive through our eyes, through our hearing, through our five senses. We hear what we are told, and as naive children, and as conditioned adults, we do indeed believe what we are told. And who is it that tells us what the truth is? Hitherto it has been the shadow government. They have an agenda. The agenda is to control mankind. United, mankind is strong and mighty. The magical effect of a common purpose, of combined human thought, is powerful. So the objective was to separate and divide, to keep mankind powerless and alone. The objective was to create fear and confusion, to dumb man down so that he lived in fear and denigration of himself and his brethren. The objective was to keep mankind in the dream state. It was, indeed, a deception perception. It put mankind into an illusional delusion where he behaved and performed according to the words and dictates of the controllers and their minions, the elected politicians and governments. And it served the divine purpose for this earth, which was created as a schoolroom for great and wonderful souls to experience emotions. Emotions. Anger, hatred, jealousy, blame, shame and guilt, depression, jealousy, false pride. These are the dark and difficult fear feelings that mankind came to earth to experience, and these fears are created by the news that we hear. And now, in this February of 2021, we are in the midst of the Great Awakening. Why is it so called, the Great Awakening, the Great Revelation? Why has it been a perception deception, an illusional delusion. It has been so called, for that clearly is what it is. God the Divine has been wonderfully clever in creating our earthly environment. Here the devil and the divine vie for the soul, the heart, the allegiance of sleeping mankind. The shadow government, the controllers and their ruling minions play the part of the devil. They tempt to manipulate and maneuver mankind with promises of great wealth, prestige, bodily pleasures and earthly privilege. This is the delusion under which mankind lives, that wealth and fame and earthly success are all important and the goal of our earthly existence. Mankind has the choice of free will to succumb to ego-attractive enticements or to follow the voice of his soul. But truly, in the low frequency, the low fear vibration that mankind is born into, there is not much choice. You cannot choose what you do not know is there to choose. And as long as you are told that lies are truth, you believe it to be so and live and behave accordingly. And at this time in human history, there is mass indoctrination. In this 21st century, this indoctrination is the major factor holding mankind back from his ascension. In this February of 2021, much has been happening behind the scenes. Great steps have been taken by the light forces, by those who are leading the ascension of mankind. Governments, politicians, company CEOs have resigned. It has been proven that there was election fraud. It has been shown that the pervasive disease which has scared humanity into wearing masks and social distancing is no worse than any flu in any previous year. It has been shown that the hospitals are not full. People are not dying on the streets. They are not collapsing in large numbers from a pandemic. Yet all this does not serve if the message does not get out. This is part of the great deception perception. This is why the truth sets us free. If folks knew the truth of what is going on, if they knew why the disease was created and that it is not deadly at all, they would be freed from the terror that has gripped so many. This is both the strength and weakness of man. What he believes controls what he thinks. What he thinks creates his reality. What he thinks is determined by the information he is given. And what information is he being given? There are two distinct camps, those who watch television and those who do not. Television for many is the major source of information, and television is currently still the arm of the shadow government. Producers, newscasters are bribed, bought and paid for minions of the controllers. Each day they are fed scripts, words that tell the story that the shadow government want told. Journalists in the mainstream news are not disseminators of the truth. They do not research. They are merely information readers, and the information they give is given them by their controllers. At this time, all the television stations are parroting the same fearful message in the same repetitive style. And so the lies continue, and they are fear-filled. No matter which news station you turn to, the television shouts, "Wear a mask or you'll die. Get tested or you'll die. Social distance or you'll die." Oh, how we Lightworkers want this to end. Oh, how we want the truth of the great media deception to be revealed. How we want the mainstream media vitriol, spewing of lies, to end. And this is about to happen. Glorious day when the mainstream media vituperation ends. Yet it is not in our timing. It is in the timing of the divine, in the timing of the light forces. Be at peace, our dear ones. This too will pass, and great and glorious days are ahead, where truth thrives and rules, where the great illusion, the planetary schoolroom era, comes to an end. The takedown of the mainstream media is at hand, and at last the truth will set mankind free. The best is yet to come, dear brethren. Yes, the best is yet to come. That was Aita, channeling her higher self. We are blessed beings, indeed.